Points down, the walk. Okay, watch this. Left hook. Forward of the body. That gets in. Right here, watch this one. That's a upper rib. Look at that. Look at the fucking technique. Hits that 3-piece. Ducks down. Goes again. Uppercut. He throws. That one kind of misses because he's turning into it. So that one misses for Dustin. Okay. Throws. Dustin backs out. Max is like, give me more of the manas in me.
It's a BMF. You gotta do these ones. You gotta fight the fight. How are you gonna do that coming off a KO loss, your first KO loss? That's gonna mentally get you. Max, you know what I mean? I don't think it did.
A lot of people do that, but only Max really wants to do that. But look at this combination here. Max just goes for it, man. The speed and the ferocity of these shots.
The last 10 seconds scared me because I thought Max was about to do it again. And then Dustin said, nah, I've seen this movie before. Come here, son.
I think Dustin might have made the right decision and said, hey, I'm grabbing this dude because no one's as comfortable in those situations as Max Holloway.
Like, everybody acts like they want to do that. They don't want to do it. Max is like the only guy that actually wants to do that.
The legends are walking out. Dustin Diamond, for the final time, is walking out. And Lil Weezy's walking out with them, which is pretty cool.
He had Lil Wayne walk him out. Sure, they didn't have Lil Wayne perform, but if you saw him at WrestleMania a couple years ago, maybe that was for the best.
And you get them in the ring for their final instructions. They come face to face, and you say, okay, this is an animal, unlike the animal that Dustin fought 2 previous times.
He looked like he put more size on his legs, his body. It looks bigger.
First of all, he looked bigger than Dustin. Back then when they fought, he looked tiny compared to Dustin.
Yeah.
So he filled out into his body.
Yeah.
And because he's sitting down on his punches now, those punches were carrying power.
Max Holloway starts by destroying Dustin Poirier, by the way. That's how this fight starts. They're striking back and forth. So Holloway had a really smart adjustment going to the body a bunch. Knocked down Poirier in round 1 pretty bad. And then nearly knocked him down again in round 1 afterwards. Off balance-ish. Wobbled him up against the cage.
Dude, early on, I thought, oh my God, what a crazy way for Dustin's career to end. Max is going to knock him out first round. He came out, cracked him hard. And he was hurt bad. And I was like, oh no. I was like, this is terrible. This is like the worst case scenario for Poirier, for all the fans there in New Orleans. And then he just did what Poirier does, man. He dug deep as shit.
Put your hooks in. Put your hooks in and start to grapple. But he lit him up. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? But I think he wanted that clash, that knockout.
Max, though, you could tell in the first round, Dustin was struggling with the speed. Speed was a problem. Yeah. The output, in the way that this is the other thing I saw was Max was touching him and then he was moving.
The punch power is definitely increased at 155 pounds. Max Holloway has stopped plenty of people, but typically he wears them down with volume before he gets the finish. Well, in the first round, 1-2 drops Dustin Poirier, and it looked like it was going to be a quick, easy night for Max Holloway.
Yeah, Max faded him a little bit with that left hook. And then as Dustin tried to move out of the way of it, leads you right into the straight right.
His punches did a little bit more damage. And when he took punches, they did a little bit less damage.
He was doing punches and bunches. But great work from Max from, choosing the body or the head. It all looked exactly the same. He was going 2 to the body or 2 to the face.
Round 2. Holloway's destroying him again. Destroying him again at the start of round 2. On another level to him, schooling him on the feet, stomping his leg.
I mean, in the first round, too, I was like, oh, yeah, I got him. And then I was like, what the hell, bro? This guy kept coming back. I kept forgetting that this is a retirement fight. His name is the Diamond. So I'm happy we got to give the guy the 5-round roar.
Of course, Dustin Poirier, this is why everybody loves him. He never quits. He doesn't know the definition of that. He will fight. As long as there is a heartbeat in his body, he will continue to give everything he has. In the second round, once again, Max Holloway catches him, starts teeing off, ripping to the body, looking sensational, looking like the best boxer in the UFC, brah, right? Like he said against Kelvin Cater back in the day.
Holloway hurts him bad, stumbles him up against the cage, wobbles him, teeing off, big Holloway moment. Holloway ends up on the ground with Poirier, they survive. Poirier ends up scrambling out of it, gets back up to his feet. Poirier hurts Holloway at the end of round 2.
Dustin Poirier digs deep, clips Max Holloway, drops him to a knee, jumps the ghillie in signature Dustin Poirier fashion.
He jumps the ghillie, and Max defended it great. He turned on his back. It was just a couple of seconds at best. But holy shit, we got that moment. And for a moment, I was like, if he actually does this, I mean, Hollywood would never believe it.
When he grabbed my neck, I was like, not today, sir. Not today, bro. You ain't getting your bronze statue in front of your house. Not on me, bro. You already submitted my ass one time.
I saw Max said afterwards, he's like, yeah, nah, not today, brah. But when Max walked back to the corner, he was a little dazed and confused. He looked like me walking in this morning at 4 o'clock.
Dustin was on top, landing some beautiful shots. You see Max trying to get the butterflies in, trying to go for something, but Dustin lands a beautiful elbow. Once again, Dustin has an amazing grappling background as well. Jiu-jitsu, I don't know if he's a black belt, but I think he's a brown belt.
Dustin took a huge shot, was in trouble, worked his way out of it. But he lost the majority of that round also. You know, he took the volume. He wasn't able to put his volume back into effect until near the end when he hurt Max. But it just wasn't enough to make up for what Max had done. That round, when you look at it, you know, I gave it to Max.
I think all the judges gave him the second round. I thought I almost had him out. He hurt me too, but I thought my shot was, when I followed up with elbows, I was cracking him. He told me in the medical tent, he said, man, you had me out. We couldn't hear the bell. So it felt, you know, being in the fight, it felt like a lot closer than.
Basically, you're seeing it like both guys get dropped in that second round. You're thinking this could be it one way or this could be it the other. This is what makes great fights. This is what makes great rounds. And yet they start the third round and they both look like nothing had happened. They just come right straight at each other. And I'm like, man, this is what makes both these guys who they are.
Dustin was so sharp. His conditioning was so well. He's in the middle of the third round and he's talking to Max. I'm just telling you, as an outsider, I'm watching that. I had never been in a third round of my life where I could talk to my opponent because that air was so important.
Most guys, strikers in the game, it's 1 or 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a rhythm that you're starting to read and figure out. But Max is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. And he's going up and down, up and down. He's just a hard guy to read.
I'm just looking at my notes. So I had round 3, I said Max Holloway, too fast, too accurate, hits too hard, shaking Poirier to his boots. Both smack talking now, both really feeling it.
The biggest thing, the difference in this fight, the two things, is that Max's combinations and Max's body kick. It's stifling each time Dustin tries to go forward. He throws that body kick and he gets jarred. He has to stop.
Yeah. The shots he was landing with his right hand, those long right hands were hitting the right side of my body. I'm fine. The kicks though. The kicks on my left side. My left side's a little banged up.
I think so. The body kicks was the game changer, man. I think I landed some good ones, and he was saying too, oh, that was a good one in there. So at the end of the day, I think those body kicks help a lot.
Is when Max kicks with this backhand, I like it. It looks like a little bit different. Like it's not like one of these heavy hipped, like Muay Thai type of kicks where I'm going really round. He kind of throws it with his right shoulder back a little bit. The reason is because these types of kicks, they're pretty easy to see. Like the movement is here, where if I just snap my kick and I leave my back shoulder back, they're like significantly harder to see.
If it's Southpaw versus Orthodox, it's a free body kick. Now, if Dustin was a grappler and he caught this, he would have to eat it and then it becomes a wrestling event. But Dustin doesn't do that.
Yeah, I saw him in a sling. I saw pictures of him in a sling afterwards too. I don't know if it's from the kicks Max was landing on that side. He was doing a good job with that.
I mean, it almost seems like Max Holloway just kind of brought the fight a little bit more. He was a little bit more diverse with the striking. You know, he was a little more assertive than a guy like Poirier.
Round 4, I said fabulous round. Dustin Poirier having big moments, but the volume still from Max Holloway.
Max didn't get out of this fight unscathed. He took a lot of damage as well. He took a lot of shots from Dustin. Dustin made sure he landed some beautiful shots on Max Holloway.
I was looking at Dustin, I was like, what the, this guy's a little tank in there. What the hell? You know, this 55. I mean, everybody tell me I look big. I don't really feel that much bigger. But I know I don't look like a skeleton on weigh-in day, which that is a great feeling, you know, cutting weight. But I feel good, man. Dustin in there, he was popping, he was hitting me. I mean, it's a BMFL. Look at my damn face, you know. That guy hit hard as shit.
Like you think like Dustin just boxes, like he almost fights a little bit like a Nick and Nate Diaz, where he just touches you and touches you and touches you, and then all of a sudden he explodes and hits you with like a 2 or 3 piece combo.
And Max kept trying to spin and he couldn't land. And Dominic Cruz pointed out, you can't spin on a southpaw because he's not there. An orthodox fighter goes to step, he walks right into your punch. And southpaw fighter, as soon as he sees you spin, he goes to step, he's out of the way. Your kick hits nothing. And Max had done that 4 times.
It's just tremendous, man. You just don't get too many guys who've been in the fight game and faced like 60 plus fights these guys have had in the UFC combined, and to have that kind of willingness and like that kind of, you know, like just that dog still alive in them to go out there and perform like that, man. So it delivered on every level, I think.
To me, the difference was kind of what I was talking about leading out to the fight, is that, you know, Holloway's known for his volume. We knew he was most likely going to throw more volume than Poirier, who also can be a volume striker, but you're just not going to out-punch or out-strike Holloway when it comes to a numbers game. The difference here, John, was the power that he carried into this fight.
But round 5, Holloway did his thing again, schooling Poirier. Poirier had some moments, but Max nearly over-doubled him on significant strikes.
You can sum up his whole career with just this fight against Max Holloway. He could have gone. Most fighters would have been done in round 1, John. Most fighters would have been done after round 2.
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier continued to get better as the fight went on.
Yeah.
And that sums up who that dude is.
Dustin Poirier said, are we doing this? I looked at the clock. Is it that time yet? I was happy to oblige. That's poetry right there. That's absolute poetry. And you know what, partner? I saw those turkeys looking up at the clock. And it was Max more than Dustin that I caught. Max actually turns and looks at the clock, and then he doesn't do it. We thought it was 30 seconds in. I'm watching it with a room of people, Dominic Cruz being one of them, and Dominic convinces us, no, we thought it was 30, but he actually does it with 10 seconds left. And so it was one of these things where just as a viewer, we're hoping the whole time for the big point down.
Mate, like you're talking about like crowd participation. This point at the ground thing has become a completely different beast to anything we've ever seen before. I was watching, like, as in, like, right, the commentary team are like, I can't wait to see what's going on in the last 10 seconds. There's about 18 seconds left on the clock. Then you start to see people rise, like it's some type of religious moment. All around the people are rising. Here it comes. Here it comes.
And I actually think at the end of the fight, when Holloway pointed down and Poirier clinched at the very end, he retired.
Yeah.
He retired right there. That was a sign. I think Poirier looking for his title shot does not clinch at the end of that fight, and I think that was the difference here.
I'm so glad neither of them got knocked out. That was a perfect way to end it. I mean, obviously for Dustin, you want to get the win there, but God, that was such a sick fight.
I'm heartbroken. I don't know about you guys, but I'm heartbroken.
Why are you heartbroken?
We lost a good one. And OGs never die, but damn, it feels like it.
Think about this. Guys that are asking for a guy, he asked for a retirement fight. He wants a retirement fight. He got in Louisiana. All that being said, he chose somebody that he knew was going to make him a good dance partner. Like, a lot of guys have been like, nah, let me get a win on the way out. Like, this dude's literally fighting one of the toughest dudes to ever do it.
I told Dustin, thank you, man. I told Dustin, thank you for the opportunity. He kept thanking me. I'm like, brother, you're 0-2. You're up 2-0 and me in this trilogy. He could have picked anybody else to come home to fight, and he gave me the opportunity on his last fight to try and get one back, and now he's done. You know what I mean? Like, that's like that's a BMF thing to do.
Am I crazy or Lil Wayne didn't rap at all? Like he just kind of
I didn't
like
hear any rapping.
like a corner man, like kind of
So he rapped.
Zuckerberg.
He did rap once. He wrapped the belt around Max Holloway's waist. That's what he. That was the only time I saw him rap.